Hello internet friends, welcome back to my channel. Lindsay, Elijah here, whichever you prefer. Today, I'm making this video because you guys keep clicking on this kind of stuff, right? This video is 5 things that annoy INTJs. And these are in no particular order, but the first thing we're gonna start with is when the process isn't respected. Listen, the thoughts that you have about me personally, I could care less about. What I want to be respected in life, in the world, is if I create a journey from A to B, I want you to know that I worked long and hard fitting those pieces into the perfect orchestration in order to complete this piece of music, which is the process. Now, you may say, well, Lindsay, have you done it 10 times before? No, I probably haven't. But this is the way that my brain has constructed is the best way to get from A to B based off the constructs of my understanding as it relates to the things that are in play here in this situation. Please don't just come sauntering on in here, giving a brief look at this situation, being like, hey, why don't we do this? I promise you what I have put together. Now, I'll take your, your information. Sure, bring it on. Maybe I might tweak something a little bit, right? But I have thought about all of the integrations, all the things that could possibly go wrong in this situation to go from A to B. Number 2, in the same vein, is when people think that things are simple or easy without even considering the context that that idea or whatever it is sits within. The audacity of anyone to saunter on in to a conversation, throw out an idea or a thing to do without thinking about the things that are related to that thing. Who's going to take responsibility for that? I have to, because literally nobody else is thinking about the related items. All right, great, Joanne, great idea, but hey, let's consider a few things. If we do this thing, it means this thing over here also has to work. And if this thing is working, it means 3 people are required to be there. Do we even know if we can get 3 people to do that job? No, oh no, we don't. Okay, great. So we know one thing that's questionable over here. Okay, so but also if we're gonna do this thing, it means that this thing over here needs to already be working. Is this thing over here already? Oh, no, it's not either. Oh, okay, so well, maybe we should start over here first. And then once this is a well-operated machine, then maybe we can move over here. And then, this will be able to be working in. And then maybe we can try your idea, which, wait, why do we want to do this? Oh, because you liked it. You thought it was fun. Okay. So that is kind of annoying and frustrating to me just because I want people to consider the scope of things that are involved in something, because otherwise I'm going to be the only one considering it. And then I always have to be the bad guy, the bearer of bad news. But do you know what? It's my cross to bear. All right. So number 3, when our time, our most valuable resource, energy, or words are wasted. Make sure that it's worth it. Make sure that that time requested is for something purposeful. Make sure there's intention with where the time and the energy are going. And then also words. So with words, the fact is, I'm not the one who's just talking out things. I'm not the one who's just, slewing ideas over the wall. I'm not just, brainstorming out loud. When I talk, it's going to be intentional, and I mean those words. I mean what I'm saying. If I'm saying something's important, it means it's actually important. If I say something, I want to be listened to. If it's not, if people are just like, meh, I have to go pick up my dog from work. What? Then that's frustrating, because it's I don't say things a lot. If I'm going to say something, heck and listen to it, okay? All right, number 4 here. Having to show our work. All right, so how do we even approach this subject? When I was in school, back in high school, I liked the geometry multiple choice questions the best. I was not, math was my worst subject. I didn't like to show my work. And I didn't really, it was very hard for me to get into it as well. Straight A's and a few B's across the board. Math, not so great. Geometry, I liked especially if it was multiple choice, because I could always guess the right answer and I didn't have to show my work. So being a person who has a first slot intuitive function, it means by our nature we kind of disrespect the sensory. But the thing is all these parts and pieces, they're funneling together and they may seem unrelated to you, but I promise you they are very, very related to come to this endpoint. In terms of what I have to prove, it's like, okay, well now I have to go through my brain. It's the extra sensory work of having to go through my brain and having to prove the things that I have already done. Often like working type situations, you'll have to do this with an employer or whatever, but like I've already had to go through the pain of doing the things in reality that I know are going to work. And now you're going to make me like relive the nightmare of the experience of having to do the things by having to tell you how I did the things and, you know, showing the ways in which they work and this and that and the other things. What would be amazing is if you just like looked at the results however many years they are down the line, or how whatever the process is, right? Looking at the end results and being like, wow, that worked great, and not making me show you anything along the way. All right, okay, having to show things in reality is good practice, it's good training, it's good growth mindset. Granted, does it still frustrate me? Yes. Does it still make my blood boil? A little bit. Yes. All right, and the last one here, it's kind of a big umbrella, but it's the reality that things need care and maintenance in the world, in the real world. It's just frustrating. I don't want to deal with it. If I could go and buy a car, hey, Elon, what up? If you buy this car, you won't have to replace anything or do any maintenance on it for 10 years. But at the end of 10 years, it's done, right? Or the end of 5 years, it's done. Wow. I'm sold, okay? Not having to put the effort in the physical reality of the maintenance, the uptake of things and the care of things would be just the most beautiful, blissful experience. It's the reason that all of my plants have died. Now you might say, Lindsay, that's a plant right next to you. That's not my plant, and that's why it's not dead. I have killed every single plant I've ever had to take care of. Even when I was a kid, I had some neighbors that paid me some money to go water their plants while they were on vacation. Somehow I made a hose explode and it drowned all of the plants, and I killed all of those plants. They weren't even my plants and they were dead. And again, these types of situations can be good training experiences. They're good growth mindset. I'm just saying that if I were to be a baby and kick and scream about something, these are kind of the things that would really get to me if I wasn't applying a good mentality and perspective to them. There's your video. So I hope you guys learned a little something from it. The things that can annoy or frustrate the INTJ. So if you want to be friends with us, just like, don't do that stuff as much. Okay? So I'll see you in my next video. If you want to book time with me, my link is down below for Snug. Business inquiries, donations on there. Also, this, that, and the other thing. Like or don't like or subscribe or don't. Do whatever you want. Be your best human. And I'll see you in the next video. So long.